Bitcoin is entering a danger zone. We're come down to that 15.6k level. We've actually tested 15.7k, so we're very, very close to retesting the lows that we placed a couple of weeks ago during the FTX crash. The 3-day RSI is specifically what I'm looking at here, and the weekly candle, both of which are on the verge of a major breakdown. Bitcoin is on thin ice here, and we need to look into it so we can fully understand the situation. Let's get into it, guys. So this is the Bitcoin chart as of current, on the hourly chart this is. We had a triangle formation that we outlined in yesterday's video. I said during yesterday's video, if we break this triangle formation, we will be retesting this yellow uptrending line very shortly. And we did. We broke down around 12 hours later. We came down, we retested the yellow line. We dropped straight through that yellow line, right? I said in yesterday's video, if we break through that yellow line, it is highly likely that we come down and retest 15.6k. Guess what? We're coming down quite rapidly and we'll most likely retest 15.6k. Now, this is dangerous. It's dangerous for this reason, because not only would losing 15.6k put in a new low for Bitcoin, but losing 15.6k will also trigger major breakdowns on the weekly chart and major breakdowns on the RSI, the 3-day RSI specifically. We're going to look at that in a second. Before we look at that, we need to look at a couple other things. We need to rest assured that this is all still going to plan. Even if we lose that 15.6k level, right? Even if we place a new low, we still are on track, okay? We're still in Q4. The 4-year cycle theory predicts a Q4 bottom could extend into January, late January, even early February, and it probably would remain valid, preferably Q4 though. And we've still got obviously around 39 days left of Q4, actually 40 days left of Q4. So, you know, there's nothing to stress about per se. And on top of that, 15.6k, yeah, I mean, there was a chance we bottom in this region. There still is a chance we bottom in this region. We could still hold that level. It is a pretty interesting support zone, relatively major support zone, as seen by the pink lines here on the last weekly candle close and also on the week low. We can see that, you know, this level extends back to 2018 quite well. If I was on the linear chart, you can see it a bit better. There you go, extends back to 2018 quite well, and we can fix that up and make it work. The point is, this is a historical support level, okay? It is a historical support level. We have seen support found in this region before. It's not entirely like random if we did bottom out here, but the fact of the matter still remains. We have broken down from two major things. We've broken down from a triangle. We've broken down from an uptrending line. And so it stands to reason at this point that, you know, it's very, 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 very much within the realm of possibility that even within a day, we could lose that 15.6k level. Honestly, even within hours, if this drop has enough momentum. But you know, what I'm looking at really is the fact that the RSI is undersold, stochastic RSI is undersold. Looking at volume, volume is no longer ascending in this downwards trend. It's kind of tapered off a little bit. So I would say, you know, there is still a relatively, you know, decent chance we do bounce in that level. But that's regardless. It doesn't matter. It's not, you know, for the point of the video. The point I'm trying to make here is that even if we did lose that level, it still would be okay, right? It still would be okay. It would be okay in the sense that we'd have time to find an actual bottom, but it wouldn't necessarily be good for Bitcoin because it would mean we'd have to go down a lot lower. Why is that? We'll start off with 3-day RSI. Now, the 3-day RSI, as you can see, we're on the 3-day chart here. We have 33.62, around 33, 34 on the 3-day RSI, that yellow horizontal line that I've drawn there. That is a major, major support on the 3-day RSI. Every time we have lost that level historically, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate occasions, every time, 7 occasions, we have lost that level historically, we have seen a correction of a minimum of 20% and of a maximum of 60%, right? That is major. And every time we bounce off that level, every time we touch it and go upwards, we see significant bounces. All you need to do is go in the price action and see for yourself. I'm not going to do it right now for the sake of time consumption. I'll do a few examples here, right? For example, let's go here, this circle here, 2014, bang, big drop, another one, big drop there, bounced off of it, we found a low, we went upwards, right? I could keep going on for about 5 minutes showing you all the examples, but the point is every time we lose that level on the 3-day RSI, every time we get a 3-day candle close below that level, we go down significantly. As of right now, we have not lost that level yet. That's very important to note. We haven't lost the level yet. The 3-day candle closes in 3 days. In fact, this one just opened. If we were to close the 3-day candle below 15.6k, if we were to close the 3-day candle below the previous low, so in 3 days, if we end up lower than 15.6k, that would be a confirmed breakdown on the 3-day RSI, and it would trigger a major correction, not even a correction, a dump just like we've seen on previous occasions here. Where would that drop take us? Well, in order to understand that, we have to start identifying the next levels of support for Bitcoin. And this is something you guys are pretty familiar with, but I'm just going to do it one more time. The next levels of support for Bitcoin below that 15.6K level are 13.8K and 11.5K, as you can see there on the weekly chart. Anywhere in that range would be the next level we test if we do lose that 3-day RSI candle, if we do close the 3-day candle below 15.6K. So a lot is resting on that 3-day candle. Now, another thing I need to look at as well is the weekly chart. As you can see, and as I displayed before, we are currently on weekly chart support, okay? The weekly candle on this recent drop closed at 16.2K. 16.2K around that region is the rough support level we saw in 2018, right? We saw the peak, we came down, knocked our head on 16.2K and went downwards further, okay? So we are technically on support right now, but however, the weekly candle closes in 7 days, exactly 7 days. And if we close that weekly candle below 16.2K, guess what? We've lost a weekly channel support level. At the same time, we would have lost a 3-day RSI support level, and we will be seeing a major correction on Bitcoin. I want to briefly interrupt this video to talk about the Bitget Exchange. Now, the Bitget Exchange has 5 times lower fees than Binance, which is commonly referred to as the cheapest exchange in the cryptocurrency market. It's also non-KYC or voluntarily KYC, so you can stay true to the fundamental values of cryptocurrency, one of which being anonymity, of course. It's also got a security fund in there, so if you lose your funds by fault of the exchange or by personal fault, you can make a claim and actually retrieve your funds back. On top of all of this, if you sign up using my referral link, you can get access to exclusive discounts and rewards. This is the best exchange on the cryptocurrency market, and I use it personally, and so should everyone at the Wolves of Crypto YouTube channel. Now, if you're interested in actually learning how to trade for yourself, you can check out the Crypto Academy via the website link in the description below. This is a course developed by myself and Megaworld Crypto, a 10-unit course taking you through every single step from step 1 to step infinite about how to become a trader. Go ahead and check that out and chuck us an email at cryptoacademycourses@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you with the full information and payment information if you're interested. Thanks guys for watching the advertisements. Let's get back into the video. Now, this is where it gets concerning. It's like, well, every single time we have lost that 3-day RSI support level, which we can bring back up right now, we've seen, as I said, a minimum of a 20% correction, a maximum of a 60% correction. So I suppose the question at that point would be, if we do lose that level, will 11.5K or 13.8K hold? Well, let's see. Let's say we lose it right now. 20% correction would bring us right to 12.6K. 11.5K would be a correction of 26%. So there is a very solid chance, in my opinion. I don't think I've actually stood by this for my entire bear market prediction history. I do not think Bitcoin will go below, on a weekly candle, 11.5K. It can wick below it, right? But I don't think we're going to see a weekly candle close below 11.5K. And if we do, I would be extremely concerned with the health of Bitcoin, particularly if it happens in 2023. As you guys know, I'm a believer in the Q4 4-year cycle bottom. And so if we go below 11.5K in 2023, and we've missed out on the Q4 bottom, and we've missed out on my price target level that I'm comfortable with maintaining, then Bitcoin's getting really rough at that point, and I wouldn't be interested in buying Bitcoin. I'd probably be interested in looking for a place to sell Bitcoin at that point. And yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that. So I don't think we'll close a weekly candle below 11.5K, and I especially don't think it will happen in Q1. I think that if we were to do that, which is already unlikely, it would be in Q4 as per the 4-year cycle theory. But at this point in time, we need to understand this as well, and this is something that a lot of people need to take into consideration, right? Bitcoin has seen major corrections in previous cycles, 86% in 2014, 84% in 2018. And we would expect, since there is diminishing returns to the upside, we would expect there to be diminishing returns to the downside. So we would expect the correction in this bear market to be less than 84%, because that's what it was in 2018. And we have seen diminishing returns to the upside play out. Therefore, we'd expect the downside. So if we start seeing a correction over 84%, which would be under 11K, which is just below 11.5K, where I think the lowest possible bottom is, again, it's getting really concerning. I would hope to see Bitcoin bottom out either here, where we are right now, or at 11.5K at the worst, or most likely I would hope to see it bottom out here at 13.8K on the weekly candle, which would be a 79% correction, which would be very comfortable and would show a lot of strength for Bitcoin, because that would show a clear trend of percentage returns per cycle decreasing to the upside and to the downside, which is what diminishing returns should do to Bitcoin. As soon as you start to see Bitcoin correcting 87, 89%, then something's off, right? Because it means, hey, Why are we correcting the same amount we did in 2014? That doesn't really make sense because the returns we saw to the upside were dramatically lower than 2014. That is a sign of absolute weakness for Bitcoin. We don't want to be seeing that happen. So, that's the video, guys. 3 days until the 3-day candle close, right? We need to be watching this 15.6K level. We need to be watching the 3-day candle in relation to 34 on the RSI. And of course, we need to be watching the weekly candle in relation to that level there. As for Ethereum, and as for, more importantly, total cryptocurrency market cap, it is dropping below its previous support level. It is failing to hold at this point in time. It's double bottom formation, and there is reason to believe that it will continue downwards if Bitcoin does break below that 15.6K level, obviously, right? Now, the reason why that's concerning is because right now we're actually at a very strong support level, and that support level is stemming all the way back from 2018, right? That is the high in 2018 that we're testing right now. It would be really great if we didn't lose that level, and as I said before, it would be really great if Bitcoin did find a bottom at 15.6K. It would make a lot of sense in the charts. It would show a lot of strength from the charts, and there is, a reasonable amount of evidence to kind of, support that. But, we're just gonna have to wait and see here. At this point in time, we're just patiently waiting. We're observing that 3-day candle particularly, and let's wait and see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you're not, actually, just before we end the video, I will say, if you're not familiar, I don't mention it in all my videos, but if you're not familiar, we do have a VIP group on Telegram. There are results for that VIP group in the pinned comment. You can find the results from last month. You can check it out, check out the information, and join up if you want to. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you in the next one.